Dayton, Forest Discovery Program Director here at Heartland Forest.
And I'm Kira Moratz, an outdoor and wildlife educator here at Heartland as well.
Welcome to Heartland Forest, where we have over 90 acres of forested, provincially significant wetland, the perfect habitat for salamanders and other forest floor creatures.
Come explore with us. All amphibians require water for one of the stages of their life cycle to develop. Salamanders are no exception.
So here at Heartland Forest, we're actually a slough forest. We have all these temporary ponds, and in the spring, a lot of our forest is actually underwater. But right now it is late July, and that summer sun has evaporated that water, drying out these ponds. This is great for salamanders because it means that fish can't live in this pond, which means as long as the salamander can go through its larval life cycle before the pond dries up, it doesn't have to worry about the predation from fish.
So right now we're actually standing in the middle of a temporary pond called a vernal pool. In the early spring, I would have been up over my knees in water. So right now it's late July. The water is almost completely gone. It's just a little bit damp on the forest floor. But I can still prove that it is a pond. If I dig down under the leaves and into the mud, you can still find different aquatic creatures, like this little fingernail clam. So our fingernail clams will dig down into the soil to make it through the dry periods of our vernal pools, and then dig their way back up once it is filled again with water.
Salamanders are the second largest group of amphibians with over 700 species, many of which are considered threatened or endangered. Salamanders are amphibians and have smooth, moist, scaleless skin and no claws. Lizards have both scales and claws. Salamanders are often confused with lizards. Many salamanders also have costal grooves, which is a row of grooves along their sides, which sort of look like ribs, kind of looks like someone that hasn't really eaten very much. Many salamanders follow the typical amphibian life cycle, depositing eggs in the water, staying in the water through their larval stage, and then becoming more terrestrial as they grow into adults.
Hey Kira, can you help me with this log here? It's good and moss covered, so it might be a good run.
Oh, look it! Oh, we have a little friend over here.
So what we have here is a blue spotted salamander. He's making his way out here. So
Here,
we're gonna close
this
this and
back.
put his house back for him. So he is black with blue flecks. And something cool about him is that he's actually got two parotid glands on either side of his head. and you would not want to eat him because he can extrude a very nasty tasting substance from that.
There are 11 species of salamanders in Ontario, which includes mud puppies and newts. The blue-spotted salamander and the red-backed salamander are commonly found here at Heartland Forest. They're commonly found under fallen logs such as this. Here at Heartland, we leave these purposefully on the ground for habitat for our salamanders. Let's take a peek and see if we can find anybody. Nobody home today.
Blue-spotted salamanders are mole salamanders, meaning they spend most of their time underground. They're found in a wide variety of woodland habitats as well as swamps. Typically, these salamanders spend their lives on the forest floor, often living in underground burrows.
Outside of the breeding season, adults are terrestrial carnivores eating a large variety of insects and other invertebrates, including spiders and worms. These logs are not only provide cover, but are an excellent feeding ground for the salamanders. Ready? Ants. Slug. It's really dry under here, actually.
Yeah, so this is actually kind of dry for what we would expect for salamanders. I see a little burrow for somebody over here, Kira.
Might be a little mouse or a bigger beetle.
And we're finding slugs under here. And our beetles. So we have lots of detrivores here that are feeding off of the energy from this tree that's left over from when it was growing. And they're using this area as habitat too. Besides salamanders, you can see we have lots of animal homes here. We'll just carefully put that back so that everybody still has their home intact.
There's a centipede too.
Ew! Why did you touch it? I want to touch worms. I want to touch the centipede. He's touching a worm. Don't think it.
You want a clam?
Yeah.
Oh, spiders! 3 spiders.
They're daddy long legs. It's right there.
Do it for me. Thank you. Yeah, don't step on it though, bud. Okay, ready?
Right there?
Okay, you ready? Go for it. Anybody?
Little bug right there.
Bugs, beetles?
Wait, if we wait a little bit, the salamander might come and catch you.
You got it, River.
You got it.
Do you want a hand? There you go. He's got you.
Oh!
Be careful not to step under it. Anybody?
There.
Ooh, there's a centipede.
A centipede? Does centipedes blow in your ear?
No, well, nothing really actually